of inspiration. And I have the extreme pleasure to introduce to some and present to others none other than the host of this morning's Pass the Ball segment. We're talking about that man that comes to us with the reputation of being a master builder. He's a six-figure ring earner, gold legacy member, and the first shareholder in Washington, D.C. We're talking about the man known to this family as the man of courageous conversations, Uncle Jock.
Woo! Thank you, Troy. Thank you. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir. The ball is yours. Take it away.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. And we'd like to welcome everybody to the biggest, baddest CEO meetup on the planet. And this is yours truly, Uncle Jock, zooming in from the DMV. We got a great show for y'all this morning. Y'all know how we like to do. We are in the tip drill version of what we call pass the ball. But this is where we get our little warm-ups in. But real quick, if you need to send out that last-minute text, please feel free to do so. Send the last-minute text out. Let people know that we are here. We are front and center, ready to go. So I got 3 questions for y'all. Come off of mute if you can. Team, how y'all feel?
Fire.
And what's up?
My income.
Damn, Miss Gertie, she fast this morning. She said, my income? and who gets a green sheet?
Everybody
gets a
green sheet.
And you. And you.
You get a green sheet. You get a green sheet. You get a green sheet.
And you.
DJ Delay is not in the building this morning. So we are good to go.
Get your green sheet. Everybody get your green sheet. Get your green sheet. Everybody get your green sheet.
All right.
Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets.
I got my green cup this morning. I don't have my green sheet. Got my green cup this morning. So, real quick, how many of y'all got to tune in last night to the team huddle? How many of y'all tuned in? Man.
Yes. Yep.
If y'all didn't pick up what Aurelio and Myron was putting down, like, I don't know. So real quick, I gotta have y'all's permission. Can we have some courageous conversation this morning?
Of course.
All right. So, do y'all realize where you sit and really what you have access to? Like seriously, like I know where we sit. I realize where we are. I understand. But last night really put some things in perspective. So if I can pull over and unpack some of the stuff that I took away. So last night, I don't know if y'all understand Myron's story. Like, y'all heard my story, right? Failed 6 times, right? Was determined to get my license. And have you ever felt like something is trying to stop you from getting where you need to go? Anybody ever feel like that? Like, who gets up and feels like that's part of the, like, you on offense, that's the defense. It's almost like a daily play. Anybody ever feel that? So let me put some things in perspective for you about Myron Weeks and his partner 𝗱cie. So let's clear some things up real quick, because we're in a society where if people ain't clear, they can start making opinions. So when you hear people say 𝗱cie and his partner Myron, or Myron and his Myron and his partner 𝗱cie, I bet y'all can't say that without getting tongue twisted. Myron and his partner 𝗱cie, you know, we're in a day and time where, you know, you got 𝗱𝗿𝗀𝗀 elemental, you know, got that stuff. And so people could think that they're a couple, but they're not. They're like, they're brothers. They've been through the trenches together. Myron failed the test 33 times. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. 33 times in Canada. Okay? Not only did he fail the test 30-something times, do y'all know about how there are two ways to get to ED? You can do an exchange leg, or you can go 12. You can go 7 in exchange, or 12. Some of y'all understand that?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine failing the test that many times, then you building a team. You building a team, and Myron and 𝗱cie get a 𝗱𝗲. 𝗱𝗲 gets a Erik. Erik gets a 𝗯𝗿𝗲. 𝗯𝗿𝗲 gets a 𝗯𝗿𝗲. 𝗯𝗲𝗲 gets a 𝗱𝗏. And then guess what? All that hard work, and they come and snatch your heaviest leg from you. Just imagine you work and you had a leg like 𝗱𝗲, Erik, 𝗯𝗿𝗲, 𝗯𝗲, 𝗱𝗏, and so on, and somebody comes and snatches it from you. So, okay, they get their leg snatched from them. They're the reason why you can't snatch the person's power leg now. It has to be agreed upon. Does that make sense? You can't take somebody, so now you can't take the weakest leg, you can't take the strongest leg, but you can agree to something in the middle. Myron and 𝗱cie are the reason that happened, because they were like, that's not fair. And they stood on it. And they argued about it. And they dismantled their partnership. And guess what? They started all over again. Again. Failed the test 32 times. Hustled their ass off to build something that just got taken away from them. They should have tapped out a long time ago. They could have said, you know what? Let's pack our tent and go over there to one of them other elemental P, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, F, F, P, W, F, G companies. Y'all feel me? They stayed in the game because they got shares with the other situation. Then they were devastated. Like, they were like, bruh, how does somebody build and then get that taken away, and you're supposed to feel good about moving forward doing business? But guess what? They stayed in the car. Not only did they stay in the car, they rebuilt their business. Not only did they rebuild their business, they hit executive director. Not only did they hit executive director, they hit senior executive director, SED. My question to you all is, what is your excuse? Individually, everybody, I'm asking everybody that. I'm asking myself that. What is your excuse? It's here for us. We got everything. We got a company that is impeccable when it comes to being a game changer, standing on what Jamie says he's going to do. He does it. If he tells you, look, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to get 25 companies in the next week, he going to go do it. Well, guess what? He going to die trying. That's how Jamie is. The thing is, we can't want this more than you do. We can't. Sometimes you're going to feel like you want it more than the next person. You can't. I'm saving y'all from a whole lot of heartache, grief, and disappointment. You can't want it more than the next person. You can only direct them where to go, and you can only direct them on the play to run. You can't make a person go say, you have life insurance 5, 10, 15, 25 times a day. You can't do it. You can't make a person follow up. You can't make a person do what's needed and necessary for them to be successful here. All you can do is bring them to the table, say, look, this is our plentiful well to drink from. Get as much as you want whenever you want. That's all we can do. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying all that to say, if you ever had to contemplate about the time is now. Look, we've got the company, we've got the commission, we've got the mission, we've got the commissioner, but check this out. And we got the plays, and we got the coaches, and we've got the trainings. I got to do this disclaimer again because we're getting some push. We have a lot of meetings. Yes, we do. We tell you, you don't have to make every meeting. You don't have to miss every meeting as well. The thing is, we understand there are a lot of meetings going on, but you plug in, fill up like you at the filling station, get what you need until you need to fill up again, then go to work. Because some people like, it's so many meetings, I can't get any work done. Okay, let's have some courageous conversation. If you're getting some work done, we understand that the cash register is open. Go handle your business. You feel me? But if you ain't got no business, if you ain't opening your mouth, I don't know what to tell you. Because the last part of the puzzle is we got everything on this side. And then when you add AI to everything that we're talking about, and you become good at asking the right questions, people that are putting their pinky toe in AI are gonna get what I'm saying right now. If you get good at asking the right question to get the right answer, to get the right result, which means the right outcome, y'all know what you're gonna get by a side effect is gonna be the right income. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna switch gears. I know it's time. We pulled over a little longer than normal, but I had to get that out because I had to remind everybody what you have in front of you, where you sit, and the team that you want. All of that makes a difference. So with that being said, I'm gonna take the ball. Are there any hands up? I'm just trying to see if there's any hands up. Are there? Yes, yeah, there is. Okay. All right. Are you, Mark, are you playing this morning? Like, are you, okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the ball pass to a gentleman who I'm watching do a total transformation, mindset shift, image shift, confidence shift, stick your chest out. Yeah, I've arrived shift. So with that being said, I'm gonna give it up to none other than Nathaniel Hooker, the 1%er mindset. Floor is yours, sir.
Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks, Jock, for the courageous conversation. Sorry, my camera just went out. There we go. Okay. So yeah, yesterday's training with during our huddle was very much in my face about consistency. So I was looking up consistency quotes. There's one that came stuck in my mind. It's by someone named James Clear, and he says if you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done.
Hmm.
So like 1% is, the 1% of mindset, you get a little bit better every day, but you got to get better every day. You got to do something that is better every day. Kaizen is the art of continuous improvement. So I just want to challenge everyone, including myself, because I'm always looking at the man in the mirror, right? Got to do something different today that will work because yesterday didn't work. And there's going to be a lot of no's, but you got to show up anyway. So that's where I'm at,
Hey,
guys. Thank you so much.
how many of y'all can see Nathaniel, like visually see Nathaniel's transformation and feel the energy shift that he has right now? Y'all feel that? So,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely
Yep.
giving multi-millionaire.
man, what? Nathaniel, I'm telling you, brother, right there, mash the gas and just run through the next threshold. You know, when you're working out, whether it's whatever the principle, whatever the thing you're working out, whether it's your brain, whether it's your muscles, your endurance, whatever it is, you always hit these points. Like I'm going through it right now with this weight loss thing, right? You go through these thresholds that you get to, and then it feels like you're not doing anything. It's like it feels like you're not making any progress. You know what I mean? Like you might feel like you lost 5 pounds, and then it's like, dang, man, I've been in the same place for like a week and a half. What's going on? And what's supposed to happen, you're supposed to quit.
Yeah.
But if you push through right at that threshold where it feels like, man, everything I'm doing just isn't working, push through to that next threshold. Because what happens is once you get through, you get into a zone, that zone. And once you get into that zone, man, it's like Dr. Mark and Monique can tell you, they're in the zone right now. And when you're in the zone, it's like it's no greater feeling. So I know what it's like to be right there. Nathaniel, you're right there, brother. Who you passing that ball to?
Yes, thank you, sir. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and pass this on to this next gentleman. He came on yesterday and held it down for the team in the village. Dr. Mark, the financial prophet, come on off and give us that energy, man.
Yeah, thank you this morning, Nathaniel, brother, 1%er. And thank you, 𝗀𝗿𝗀, this morning. You know, I was on the huddle also last night, man. And you know what stood out to me, 𝗀𝗿𝗀, I want to share this, being at the right time and the right place. And Coach Erik, at the end of the presentation, of our presentation every Wednesday, it said, or it would break crop, said it, being at the right time and the right place. We're at the right location with the right people, with the right inspiration, with the right encouragement, with the right experts. I could keep on going on and on, 𝗀𝗿𝗀. I get fired up about it because you know what? Man, like you just said, to be a multimillionaire, you have to walk it, you have to talk it, you got to be around it. And he said something, I think it was Commissioner said last night, when you're invited by in a group with multimillionaires, like he talked about Orlando and Level Up, you go. We're in a room every morning with multimillionaires. And everybody can't make the meeting. I understand that some people can. But when you get the wisdom we get from our coaches, when we get the wisdom and knowledge from 40 years of experience in this industry, and you're all storing, I'm gonna tell you what, those stories are inspiring, but those stories are real. And that touches people that understand when you build something from the ground up, the foundation up, the heavy lifting has already been done. So what are we waiting on? So that's what I'm staring in the mirror like, you know what? Let me run, let me run, let me run, let me run. And don't look back because we're in accelerated time. And I caught something last night. I don't know if you caught it too. He said in the next couple of weeks, something is coming in Xperia. So you better get ready. And I got my track shoes on and I want to be at the right time, the right place, because I got a feeling something great is about to happen because it's supernatural September. I want to thank you for that, 𝗀𝗿𝗀, that courageous conversation this morning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And thank you for sharing. Speaking of sharing, that was one of the topics last night, shares. right? Speaking of sharing, ladies and gentlemen, we have to get in the sharing mode. And when I say that, y'all don't understand becoming a part owner and having shares in this company. The shares alone are going to make you a multimillionaire in the next 5-10 years, easy. So let's share the information that's going to allow our village to become shareholders. Let's share. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Let's share so we can become shareholders. Let's share so you can hold what we're sharing. We're trying to tell you it ain't gonna be around long. Get the shares. Like y'all are in a time and place in history where you can make the dash in your born on date and your termination date really mean something. Like you can make your dash mean something. When somebody opens your folder, your contribution to your existence here can really, 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 really mean something. But the ones that's playing with this, that's playing with your future generations that are counting on you, y'all have an opportunity right now, today. Today is what's today? Is September 16th, 2025. We all have an opportunity to make a decision not to struggle any longer and for our families not to struggle any longer. Like y'all have the opportunity to make that decision like right now. Regardless of how many applications and MBTs you've done in the past, right now you can make a decision and let your future dictate your present. Don't let your past dictate where you are right now. Let the future pull you into having something so laser focused you ain't got time for nobody's BS. So with that being said, whoever had the ball, I'm sorry, who you passing that ball to?
I'll go pass that ball. Uncle John, appreciate that. To go pass this ball to my lovely wife, Monique Pinckney, my insurance and tax pro, Monique Pinckney, MBA. That's my insurance and tax pro.
Yes, I am. Good morning, everybody. I want to have courageous conversation this morning, and I might start crying, but sorry.
Take your time. Take your time.
When Myron came and talked last night, he said, "You don't have to figure it out. Just answer the call."
Woo.
Now, Miss V called me, and when she called me, I said no. I said no. I'm fine where I am. I don't really like it, but I'm gonna deal with it. I put too much time into this, but something told me that this time it's going to work, and so I answered the call. And one thing that I noticed is that a lot of us, myself included, a lot of us try to figure it out before we take a move. And there's a scripture that says, "Taste and see that the Lord is good." You're not going to figure out that it works until you do it. And a lot of people look at us and they say, oh, they always fired up and blah, 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 and all this stuff. You guys have no idea. You'll find out one day what my husband and I go through every single day. Nobody knows. But guess what? Miss V gave me a call. And it was the answer. When I answered that call, I got everything that I was asking for. I kept asking my husband. I've asked pastors, I've asked judges, I've asked all kinds of people to be a mentor to me. Nobody would ever do it. I came to this platform and I have mentors that mentor us every single day. That's changed my life in more ways than one. Not just, the money, but I'm talking about character, training, teaching, family. And so I just want to say to everybody, last night, Myron said, we don't quit, we don't stop, we don't give up. Do not give up. It's not as easy as you think it is, but one of the pastors had a picture. He had a guy with a pickaxe, and he was picking through this tunnel trying to get to the goal. It was this much left. He just had to hit it one more time.
And he quit.
And he got tired and just walked off, started walking the other way. If he had just hit it one more time, he would have made it. And so I just want to share this morning that, I know we're in the right place. It's not going to be easy, but I promise you run the play. It does work. I see it. And I see it for all of us. So I just had to say that this morning. And I'll never forget Miss V for taking the chance to ask me to be a part of the experience. Thank you, Miss V, and I love you.
Thank you, Miss V. Thank you, Miss V.
Man.
Love you. I got my hand up.
Hold on real quick, guys. All right. Man, where else they do that? I'm coming right at you too, Miss V. So you just laid out so much to unpack. But you really, we can't even keep beating the dead horse. You know what I mean? You just gotta make a decision to do. Everything is right here. The company is right here. The companies are right here. The plays are right here. The coaches are right here. The tools are right here. Like, everything is right here. Only thing missing is some of you deciding to get in the game. That's the only thing missing. So with that being said, who are you passing that ball to, Monique?
I'm going to pass the ball to this lady who, of course, you guys know I love, but I've had the pleasure to be a partner with her and learn from her. And it's too much to say about her other than she's Miss V, the insurance whisperer, and she always has something that we can learn from. Miss V.
Thank you. Monique Pinckney, MBA, your insurance and tax pro. And I'm going to pick up on what you said, but from a different perspective, because I want to share with you as a quote unquote expert, as we all are, but the level where I am and the desire that I have to share, to teach, to help people grow, lead. I came to Xperts with, demands. The first demand was, I am not building a team. I do not want to be bothered with, but I will teach, I will train. And then as I stepped out of my demands of what I don't want, I started focusing on what I do want. And I began to understand the structure of Xperts, more importantly, the passive income elements, which fit right into my mantra of money at work is infinitely more profitable than people at work. So I had to really examine, all right, you got an opportunity, you are here, you're going to build a team. What kind of team do you want? I asked for superstars. Yesterday, we talked about shouting out your aces. Well, I got two, and I'm shouting them out right now. Monique Pinckney, MBA, and Dr. Mark, the financial prophet. I got two aces. And I have aces in the making, and my commitment is to do whatever I can to make sure that we got more than four in the deck. If we got to get some more decks, we'll get some more decks.
Yeah.
But Uncle Jock and everybody here, I really had a great opportunity to work with a couple of other members of the village, the $6 Million Woman, the Sacred Plug. And let me tell you, as someone who comes with experience, the response, the reaction, to have people not just listen to you, but ask you, okay, can you help me explain this? Wow, what does that mean? You have no idea what kind of food that is for people like Coach Erik, Dr. Mary, Uncle Jock, the commissioner, Leah Lynch, Tawana, 𝗍ecie %𝗏, for myself. We want to be servant leaders. We are servant leaders. So come on, y'all. Courageous conversation. Take advantage of us.
Yes. Yes.
Sit at our feet and learn, because that is the thing that inspires us. So,
Man. So real quick, Miss V, first, I just want to say what a pleasure it is to have somebody like you just on our team. You're really like, what was that in the Matrix? What was the lady's name in the Matrix?
the Oracle.
The Oracle. You're our Oracle. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't go unnoticed. And ladies and gentlemen, real quick, we are over time. So Troy and Dr. Teresa, if Erik is cool, we can take okay. So we got the thumbs up. So I am going to take y'all's hands real quick, but I wanted to talk about something that Miss V just touched on. You know, she comes with a lot of she has more experience than anybody in our village, I think. Would that be a correct statement? Okay. So for her to come here and in a short amount of time, she said, this is what I don't want. I kind of got pulled over here, Erik and Dr. Mary, under certain circumstances. Like I really don't even want to be here, but I think I'm gonna be here, but kind of leave me alone. That was the vibe we got, right? Then she started plugging in, then she started talking a little bit. Then it was like, hold up. But she said something. I'm telling y'all, it puts stuff in a different perspective. When 𝗱lie did the deck of cards example, wasn't it easy to visually see the work that you had to do to get the aces? Didn't it just almost like smack you in the face like, stop playing, it's that easy. A deck of cards, go through the deck, get 4 aces. Okay, that deck's done. Another deck of cards, another ace, couple of aces. I mean, did it make sense? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling y'all, everybody that runs the play, guess what they end up saying? It works.
It works.
If you haven't said it works yet, guess what? I can guarantee 90%. You didn't run the play. If you didn't say it works yet, you haven't ran the play. Our system is designed where the indicator light is easy to indicate who's running the plays and who's not running the plays, because the indicator light comes on. Y'all feel me? Run the plays. We can tell the indicator light's gonna come on, or actually it's not gonna come on. If you're not running the plays, it ain't gonna come on. Run the plays, because I'm gonna tell you what happens. When you run the play, the indicator light comes on. Guess how we know that you're running the play? Because you start raising your hand. You start wanting to talk about it. You start wanting to share your feelings and share that it works. The same old people seem to talk, don't they? Like, let's have some courageous conversation. Same people talk, right? That means what? The same people are doing what? Running the play. It's simple math. So with that being said, who you passing that ball to, Ms. V?
I am going to pass it to this incredibly experienced educator, both in the field of education, but also in our industry. And I love to hear her, Dr. 𝗍ecie %𝗏𝗍𝗀.
OMG, Dr. Teresa.
Miss V, oh my God. Yes. I'm telling you, all, even day to day, I cannot just stop saying, oh my God. And you, Miss V, just aroused some great emotions and thought in me when you shared what you just shared. I tell you all, I was, and most of us who were in the other practice, would attest to this. We were in a space where we wanted to learn, we wanted to know, we wanted to find out, we wanted mentoring, coaching. People would say they were, but they were not willing to do what you just said. And here we are. We're reaching out, we're calling, we're trying to pull people in. They say they want to, but we are available. They're not leveraging. Leveraging is the word I use a lot. They are not leveraging. Imagine this village right here. How powerful. We have everything in our hands. Xperia gives us, it's amazing. The resources we have with Xperia back office, the material, everything right here.
Mm-hmm.
And people are not ready. So what do? We are ready for those who are ready. And thank you all so much. We are grateful, my team, all our international dream builders, Lecole's hierarchy. We are blessed for this extension. I no longer feel like we are foster children, but you all made us feel at home here. We are really grateful, Uncle Jog, Dr. Eric and Dr. Mary, Ms. V. Oh my good, legendary. You are. For us to have the privilege of, learning from you all. This is just awesome. I'm just, again, oh my God. Thank you all.
Hey, Dr. Teresa, how many of y'all can see Dr. Teresa having the OMG podcast? Oh my goodness. Yes, you should have the OMG podcast. I'm telling you. But no,
Thank you. Noted.
Yes. This village is unique. And I wanted to shine the spotlight real quick on what Dr. Teresa just said, because y'all got to understand what we're doing is different, is unique, and not if. When we pull this thing off, see, you got to realize the deck on paper is stacked against us. You got 3 guys with agencies that had no background in this industry at all. And the owner took a gamble on 3 network marketing guys. And we got laughed at. And we probably still are getting laughed at to a certain point. Jamie said something. He said, if you all don't have a certain amount of people at your Level Up conference, I'm not coming. I felt some type of way at first, because he's basically like, I've been there for a couple years in a row and there's no growth happening, right? So I get that. But he don't understand sometimes you got to slow down to speed up. And y'all don't understand sometimes you got to slow down to speed up. And when I tell you we intentionally slowed down so we can speed up, this village right here, Dr. Teresa's team, Lecole's legacy team, the 7 EDs that are agreeing to work together and move as one. Once that grows and duplicates itself and people lock in and we get more aces, and more aces and more people go out and get more aces and more aces, and we become a team of aces, y'all realize what's going to happen? In 2-3 years, this team is going to then start to develop. This village right here is, we ain't even developed. We're still in our infant stages. Do y'all understand? Once we start to develop, it's going to be over. So don't worry about where you are today. The thing is, just get in the game. You got to now you got to decide, moving forward, am I going to be a leader or a cheerleader? Both are always needed on the team. Cheerleaders are always needed. We need somebody to hype us up. You know what I'm saying? And you need leaders. So again, this really comes down to making a decision today. And I'm sorry, Eric, for taking your time up. Real quick. So Dr. 𝗍𝗍, we'll let you pass the ball, and then Troy, you take it across and take it to Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing, Dr. 𝗍𝗍.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay. Index voice of inspiration. You really make it happen here every day. That voice, ooh, when you make it so like that baritone and so smooth. Thank you so much. Take it away, sir.
Well, I thank you, ma'am. And I just want to make it real brief because I'm going to get to Eric because he's always got some great stuff to bring to us. Well, I'll just say that, man, I'm a competitor at heart. So it upsets me to be feeling somewhat stagnant. You know, you're going through different phases of your business, and as you go, and you know, I started obviously with a practice company, and I came here, and I blew up in. Was able to get a promotion in 2 months, what it took me 2 years to accomplish over there, you know. So when I got here, and then to actually start building a team, and then see all of the information and fall into I guess a phase of analysis paralysis, trying to know everything so that I could pass it on. And now, you know, kind of like being able to do that and having all the information right there in front of you, having access to the back office, the village, and everybody right there. And then, you know, go back and analyze yourself and say, you got all this information and this, that, and the other, and you're just not, you're not really implementing it yourself, you know. And they say, why am I not moving forward? And then, you know, you got the teammates and whatnot that are looking and not engaging, and had to, you know, really just take a serious look at that and say, you know, you can't give them but so much, and you can put everything in their lap, and if they're just not moving, you know, with it and whatnot, you know, it always does my heart serious, gives it much pain to know that you're giving somebody everything and they not moving, you know.
Right.
And then you get stuck in yourself, and you just like, what else is it for you to do? And then your whole business yourself, you slow down because you know, focused on that, and continue and fall away from doing what you were doing in the first place, to keep it, you know, to move, I guess, and lead by example. So, you know, if it's like, if they ain't ready to run, you got to run and keep running yourself anyway. So, you know, I've had a lot of distractions, but came through them, and I guess maybe it was for an appointed time. I don't know. I got certified as a minister, so I've got a lot of stuff off of my shoulders right now, and we're just gonna pray and keep it moving, and dive into getting back in the car, and then running the plays and doing it the way it needs to be done, the way it's supposed to be done, and hopefully everybody else will hop on board and keep the train moving. So I'm glad we got a vehicle here with the village, and the village is showing us the way, and all we got to do is roll with it. All right. So with that being said,
So Troy, real